Hi everyone, my name is April and this is Thrifted Transformations, the show where I go thrifting for old clothing and transform them into something new. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I'm transforming another highly requested item from my Savers thrift haul, this long blue dress right here. The embroidery on the shoulder and on the pockets are uneven and not finished, so it makes it look kind of homemade, and the overall style of the dress is just very old-fashioned. I was thinking about turning it into a romper at first, but then things kind of changed along the way, so now it's going to be a matching two-piece set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get started. Here's the before dress I found from Savers for only $3. The first thing I'm doing is seam ripping the waist to separate the top and bottom of the dress. Starting with the skirt, I gave myself 18 inches from the bottom to make shorts, and will be using the leftover to make ruffles. I first created a very simple shorts pattern by cutting the crotch seam on both sides of the rectangle, and they look really oversized because I was going to gather the shorts at the waist, but then I changed my mind later and decided to make some fitted shorts on my sister. I now have two front and two back short pieces. I sew the front and back side seam together first, and because I saved the original hemline, I have to seam rip some of it open so I can sew the side seam together. After the side seams are sewn together, I can sew the front and back crotch seams and the inner leg seam. It doesn't matter what order you decide to sew the shorts in, I just happen to do it in these steps. Since these shorts aren't going to have a waistband, I created a facing for them by tracing the top of the front and back shorts, and then cut them out from the leftover fabric. Sew the side seams together and finish off the raw edges along the bottom. Now we can sew it right sides together along the top of the shorts. I'm adding an invisible zipper in the back, and before sewing it in, I mark my seam line so I can line up the zipper as I sew. The top of the zipper should only match up to the waistline and not all the way up to the facing. Sew as far as you can on the zipper, and the rest you'll have to hand sew closed. Next, understitch the facing so it stays down. And lastly, fold the facing over the zipper tape for a finished look and sew it down. Moving on to the top, I first cut open the center back and reshape the bodice. I also added some darts so it fits a lot nicer around the chest. Using the leftover skirt, I cut it into two long strips and was originally going to do 2 layers of ruffles, but then I decided on just one and ended up cutting the other layer in half to create a tiny ruffle. To make ruffles, all you have to do is sew a basting stitch along the edge and then pull on one of the threads to gather it. To finish off the raw edges, I sewed a narrow zigzag stitch along the bottom to create a frayed look. By doing this, it stops the frayed edges from continuing to unravel. Using what's left of the dress, I cut 1.5 inch strips to create a bias tape, straps, and loops to lace up the back. Just fold the raw edges to the middle and then fold it in half again to enclose everything. Sandwich the strip over the raw edges of the top and top stitch it down. For the straps and loops, you'll have to top stitch the open side down. I sewed 3 loops on each side of the back and then just sew the straps in the front, and it laces up through the loops. And that is a piece of thread on my head. Give this video a thumbs up if you can relate to having thread stuck on you all the time. To close up the back peplum, I sewed in a hook and eye, but I wish I had those snap buttons. And there you have it. Here is the final transformation. I was thinking about sewing the square pockets on the sides of the shorts, but in the end, my sister and I thought it would look funny with the overall design, so we decided not to. Even though it's not a romper, it still kind of looks like one, and the cool thing is that you can mix and match the 2 pieces. Wave. I don't know why I asked you to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I make new videos every week, so don't forget to subscribe for more thrifted transformations. And if you want to share your creations with me, use the hashtag coolirpa to be featured. You guys are making the world a better place by recycling and creating your own unique clothing. See you next time. Bye!